Hello, it's Heidi from Yoga Body and Soul. This is the beginner flow class that I usually do Friday mornings at 10. So I'll give everybody a few minutes if anybody wants to hop on here and do it with me, or it will be on the Facebook page later and YouTube also. You might want a couple of blocks just to have handy. If you don't have blocks, you can always use a stack of books. Old phone books if you have any, if anybody still has any of those. Or you can even use maybe a stack of blankets if you have something like that. So we'll give everybody a minute here. I hope everyone's having a good week, a good Friday. I'm in Central Illinois, so if anybody's joining me or watching this later from anywhere else, it's supposed to be rainy, but it's been warm, so summer is getting closer. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started here. We're just going to come to a cross-legged position, whatever's comfortable. We're going to sit nice and tall, relax the shoulders. Shoulders are stacked over the hips. Hands can rest on the knees. Close your eyes. And we're going to breathe through the nose. Just start to smooth the breath, start to even the breath out. As you start to slow the breath down a little, just start to notice the body. Notice where you might be holding tension, maybe in the legs or the hips, the shoulders, the jaw. And just concentrate on every exhale, just releasing that tension, letting a lot of that stress and tension go, melting down towards the floor. The mind starts to wander, thoughts start to race. Just bring the focus to the breath, noticing each inhale as it fills up the belly, fills up the lungs. And concentrate on each exhale as all of the air is released from the body and the body is allowed to relax just a little bit more. As we let the body relax, we focus on the breath, we start to bring the attention more inward, focused on our center, letting go of any distractions, any stresses, any worries. And maybe we can set the intention that for this next hour, we're just going to be very present in the moment. So noticing how the body flows through the class, bringing the attention to the breath, and just bringing the awareness to the body, and the mind where it is right now. Last breath here. All right, we're going to link some movement with the breath. So we're going to reach the arms out to the sides, bringing them up all the way above the head on an inhale. Hands coming together if they can. Exhale. Slowly lower the arms back down. Inhale, sweep them up. Exhale down. Inhale, sweep them up. Exhale back down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale, sweep them up nice and tall, reaching up. And exhale, sweep them back down. Hands can return to the knees for some neck stretches. So sitting tall, we're going to inhale here at center. Exhale, bring the chin towards the chest. Inhale to center. Exhale, drop the head down to the right. So the right ear is coming towards that right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop the head to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, chin towards the chest. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop the head to the right. We're going to hold it here. And for a little added stretch on that left, into the left shoulder and arm, you can reach that left hand towards the floor. And bring the head back to center on the inhale. Exhale, we're going to drop the head to the left and hold it here. And you can reach that right arm, hand touching the floor to increase the stretch. Inhale, back to center. Now this next exhale, we're going to twist the body to the right, looking behind you just as much as is comfortable. Inhale to center. Then exhale, twist to the left. Try to keep that torso nice and tall. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. And last one to the left. Inhale back to center. Then we're going to come onto our hands and knees for cat-cow pose. You want the knees hip-width apart directly under the hips. Feet are hip-width apart. Hands are shoulder-width apart. Wrists directly under the shoulders. Spread the fingers wide. Starting with a flat back. We're going to then inhale, drop the belly, raising the head and the tailbone up. Exhale, we're going to round the back, bring that belly button towards the ceiling, chin towards the chest. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round the back. Again, inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round the back, pulling that belly button up. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round the back. Last one, inhale, drop the belly. And then exhale, round the back. Come to a flat back. I'm going to take an inhale here. Exhales will be on all fours. Then we're going to inhale, we're going to reach the right arm, left leg out, trying to keep parallel to the floor. Exhale down. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale down. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale down. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale down. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale down. And last one, left arm, right leg. Exhale down. All right, from here we're going to come into down dog. Curl the toes under. Start to straighten the legs as you push the hips towards the ceiling. And you can bend the knees as much as you need to here. Maybe bend them quite a bit, straighten the legs. Walk one leg out at a time, just to start to warm the body up here. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to take many steps, as many as you need, up to the hands, into a forward fold. So you're going to have the knees bent as much as you need. Drop the torso down, grab your elbows. Drop the arms down, hands hang towards the floor. We're going to slowly start to roll up, keeping the knees bent, one vertebrae at a time, keeping the shoulders hanging down, head down, till you come almost to standing. Head and shoulders can come up last. All right, we're going to step the right foot back. Feet are not too wide apart. You're going to have the outsides of the feet parallel to the edges of the mat. You're going to fold down. Hands are going to come out in front of you on the floor, so you have a straight back here. We're going to get a little twist in. So inhale, and you can bend the knees as much as you need to. Inhale, raise the right arm up, reaching towards the ceiling. And if that's a little too much, you can always bring the hand to the hip. Exhale down. Inhale, left arm up, or left hand to the hip. Exhale down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale down. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale down. And last one, left arm up. Exhale down. All right, we're going to come up to standing. Come to the front of the mat. Into mountain. So you want the feet about hip width apart, insides of the feet are parallel. Trying to get all of the bottom of the feet pressing into the floor. Spread the toes as much as you can. Legs are straight. Torso is nice and tall. Drop the tailbone just slightly towards the floor. Relax the shoulders. Arms are by the sides, reaching the fingertips towards the floor. And then reaching the top of the head up towards the ceiling. Take some deep breaths here. On the inhales, you can pull everything up towards the ceiling. And on the exhales, let everything settle towards the floor, reaching those fingertips down a little bit more. All right, we'll add some movement here. So we're going to inhale, sweep the arms nice and tall towards the ceiling, hands coming together if they can. Exhale, sweep them back down. Inhale, sweep them up. You can look towards the hands if that feels good. Exhale, back down. Inhale, sweep them up nice and tall. Exhale, down. Inhale, sweep them up. Exhale, down. Last one, inhale, sweep them up. Exhale, bring them back down to the sides. Mountain again. Inhale, sweep the arms nice and tall, reaching up. Exhale, we're going to come into a forward fold. Sweep the torso, the arms down. Bend the knees as much as you need. And you can have blocks here to rest the hands on if you need it. You can also just bring the hands to the calves, the knees, wherever feels like you're supported. We're going to bend the knees quite a bit, almost like you're sitting down here, and then straighten the legs. And just do that a few times, start to warm up the hamstrings. Warm up in this forward fold. All right, in that forward fold, hang down. Then inhale, we're going to sweep those arms and torso all the way up. Reaching up. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart, prayer position. Breathe. Again, sweep the arms nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale, fold down. Bending the knees if you need. Letting that top of the head reach towards the ceiling. So towards the floor. We're going to get a little twist in here. So even if the hands are on the legs, just start to turn that torso to the right, keeping the feet flat to the floor. And if you can reach the floor, just reach those hands out to the right side of that right foot. Staying folded over as much as you can. Come back to center. And then twist the body to the left. You can reach the hands down to the floor to the left if you can reach that far. Back to center. Forward fold, hang down. And then inhale, we're going to sweep the torso and arms all the way up, reaching tall. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Breathe here, close the eyes. Notice the body starting to get warmed up, starting to feel a little stretched out, a little more flexible. All right, inhale, sweep those arms nice and tall, reaching up. Exhale, fold down. Hang down in this forward fold. Remember to bend the knees as much as you need. You want this to feel like a good stretch, not painful, not super uncomfortable or anything like that. On an inhale, we're going to bring the heart halfway up. So you can place the hands on the thighs or the shins and just flat back. Breathe here. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, sweep those arms all the way back up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, offer the heart halfway up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Again, inhale, sweep them up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, bring the heart halfway up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, sweep them all the way back up. Exhale, hands to the heart. We're going to flow to come to the floor to do some back bends. So inhale, sweep those arms nice and tall. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, offer the heart up. Exhale, fold down. And then we're going to step back to plank. So you're going to take as many steps as you need to find your plank. Your toes are curled under, feet are hip width apart. Moving that tailbone towards the feet, squeezing the abs up, spread the shoulders wide, wrists are under the shoulders, hands are pressing into the floor, fingers wide. Come to the knees. Plank is hard, so holding it for a long time takes some practice. All right, straighten the legs so you're up on the toes again. Body's like a long plank of wood. Breathe. And come to the knees. One more time. Straighten the legs, full plank. And move around, just adjust where you need to. So it feels strong, feels good. And come to the knees again. All right, we're going to go ahead and straighten the legs, come all the way down to the belly. We're going to do some back bends here. We're going to start with Cobra, because that's usually, that or Upward Dog is usually what's in the Sun Salutation. So for Cobra, hands are under the shoulders. Elbows are tucked in close to the body. Feet are hip width apart. And during this back bend, you want to send the tailbone towards the feet. So inhale. We're going to bring just the head and the chest up. And maybe even hover the hands above the floor. So you're really engaging that upper back. Engaging the abs. Make sure you breathe. And then bring the hands down, the chest and head down, and just relax everything to the floor. All right, we'll do another round. So get the body ready. Tops of the feet are pressing to the floor, tailbone towards the feet, elbows tucked in. Inhale, we're going to bring the head and chest up. And you can come to where you did before, just bringing the chest up, or you can even raise the belly up a little bit. Elbows are bent, keeping them tucked in close to the body. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. Breathe. And then slowly come down. Relax the body towards the floor. Let all the tension go. All right, one more time. So get the body ready. Sending the tailbone towards the feet, elbows tucked in. Inhale, and you can bring just the chest up again. Maybe come a little bit farther this time if you came up with the belly coming off the floor. Really keep the shoulders relaxed, squeeze them towards the spine. Don't forget to breathe. And then slowly come down, relaxing everything to the floor. I think we'll do seal pose for another back bend. So for this one, you want to slide the hands out several inches in front of your shoulders and then out to the sides. So you have a wide stance with the hands and the arms. And we're just going to slowly bring the torso up, straightening the arms. If you need to widen the stance, that's fine. And just kind of let the front of the body hang towards the floor. This gets a little more into the lower part of the back. So only hold it as far as is comfortable. And then slowly lower the belly and chest to the floor. Head comes down, just relax. All right, hands under the shoulders. We're going to come to the hands and knees for tabletop. Those knees are hip width apart, directly under the hips, just like in the cat-cow that we did earlier. Wrists under the shoulders, fingers spread wide. And we're going to work on the upper body in the down dog position called puppy dog. So this gets the body used to that stretch in the upper part of the body. So the hips are going to stay above the knees. And we're just going to start to walk the hands out in front of us, still shoulder width apart, and just start to drop the belly, drop the chest towards the floor. So the ears rest between the upper arms, and you'll feel that stretch in the arms, under the arms, in the back, the shoulders, the neck. All right, slowly start to come up, walking the hands back under the shoulders. So when you get into full down dog, you can start to work the body towards that upper body position. All right, we're going to curl the toes under. We're going to straighten the legs, lifting the hips. And you'll feel maybe you have tight shoulders. Maybe you're just not quite flexible enough to really get those ears between the upper arms, but just do your best. Just feel that stretch. You're raising those hips high, releasing through the hamstrings, and then just dropping the heels towards the floor. They don't have to touch. I'm just trying to get a good stretch here. Go ahead and come down to the knees. All right, again, we're going to straighten the legs, lift the hips high, push the floor away. Just make any little adjustments here and there that can get you a little farther into the pose comfortably. And come to the knees. If you notice your wrists starting to feel uncomfortable, you can bring the top of the hand to the floor, fingertips towards the body. Just get a little counter stretch there for each hand. All right. One more time, lift the hips, straighten the legs, down dog. Feel that overall stretch. You'll feel it in the legs, the hips, shoulders. Knees, one more time. All right, we'll come into down dog and then we'll work our way to the front of the mat. So lift the hips, down dog, and then just start to walk the feet as many steps as you need up to the hands. Forward fold. Really drop that head towards the floor here. Feel that stretch in the hamstrings, the lower back. Inhale, offer the heart halfway up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, nice and tall. Exhale, hands to the heart center, prayer position. Breathe here. And we had set the intention to be present in the moment, so take a minute to just evaluate the body, noticing where maybe there's still tension, maybe where things feel a little better because they've been stretched. Notice the heart rate. See if you're sweating or not. Notice how the mind might be a little calmer, a little quieter. All right, we're going to do a few sun salutations. So starting here nice and tall. We're going to inhale, sweep those arms nice and high. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, offer the heart halfway up. Exhale, fold down. Take as many steps as you need back to plank. Find your plank. Inhale. Exhale, knees, chest, belly down to the floor. Hands under the shoulders, elbows tucked in. Inhale, cobra. Just coming up as high as feels comfortable. Exhale, back down. And from here, you can either come to all fours, or you can come into plank to then curl the toes under, come up to down dog. Lifting the hips high, releasing through the hamstrings. Inhale. Exhale. Take as many steps as you need. Up to the hands, forward fold. Inhale, offer the heart up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Breathe here. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, offer the heart up. Exhale, fold down. Make your way to plank, as many steps as you need. Find your plank nice and strong. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the front of the body to the floor, elbows tucked in. Inhale, cobra, just coming up as far as is comfortable. Exhale, lower back down. And curl the toes under to push up to plank first, or come to the knees and tabletop. And then bring it to down dog. So just lifting those hips nice and high. Heels coming towards the floor. A couple of deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Walk the feet as many steps as you need towards the hands. Forward fold. Inhale, offer the heart up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Breathe here. All right, we'll do one more round of sun salutation. So inhale, sweep the arms nice and high. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, offer the heart up. Exhale, fold down, stepping your way to plank, however many it takes. Find your plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower the body to the floor. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower down. Come to plank or tabletop. And then make your way to down dog. Reaching those hips towards the ceiling, nice and tall. Release through the hamstrings. Deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Take as many steps as you need with the feet towards the hands. Forward fold. Inhale, offer the heart up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. All right, From here, we'll work on a few standing poses. I think we'll revisit Warrior 2, and then maybe we'll do extended side angle or side angle, just to get a nice good stretch in the side of the body. So the right foot's going to be in the center of the mat, toes facing out in front of you. That left foot is going to step back. A decent amount of space between the feet. That back foot is parallel to the back of the mat, and that front heel lines up with the center of that back foot. The hips are facing out in front of you this way. So just kind of get the feel for that with the legs straight. Maybe even move the hips side to side. Just rock the hips so you feel that you can get some movement here, even with the wide stance of the legs. Coming to center, and you want the hips to be level here. We're going to bend the front leg, this right leg, so that the knee is above the ankle. Now, if you're having trouble, like if the knee is over too far over the foot, then you'll want to widen your stance. If you feel like you can't get that knee over the ankle, maybe shorten your stance a little bit. Nice, strong legs here. And you want that knee working its way towards that pinky toe. Now your hips might be a little tight, it might be hard to do that, so just kind of work with where you're at. Hips are still facing out in front of you here. And you can leave the hands on the hips, just make that torso nice and tall. You can feel how you start to work those muscles in the thighs, even just right here. For the full pose, you're going to reach the arms out to the sides, level to the floor. Maybe bring the shoulders up towards the ears, reach them up, and then relax them down. You want the shoulders away from the ears here. And we'll look over the right fingertips at a point out in front of you and feel the strength in this pose. All right, from here, we're just going to step that left foot, or make many steps, up to the front of the mat. We'll do the other side. That was a little hard to hold for very long. So this time the left foot is in front, or is in the center of the mat, toes facing out in front of you. Step that right foot back, parallel to the mat, and you want the front heel lined up with the middle of that back foot. And play with the amount of space between your feet to see what's comfortable. Bend that front leg. Remember to keep the hips level, facing out in front of you. Make sure the knee is over the heel. And then make sure that just kind of pay attention that knee is opening up towards the pinky toe. It may, depending on how tight your hips are and how tight your legs are, it may not be quite there. That's okay. Hands on the hips, standing nice and tall. Feel the muscles having to work in the thighs here. That back leg is straight. Pressing that foot to the floor. Engage the arms. So bring those arms out, parallel to the floor. Look over the left fingertips. Remember to relax the shoulders down. Start to sink into this with the hips a little. This is a warrior pose, nice and strong. All right, we're going to step that right foot up, back to the front of the mat. And now we'll do a side angle. We'll work it into an extended side angle if you feel like you're up for it today. So that right foot is in the center of the mat, toes pointing in front of you. Step that left foot back. So you're just coming into that warrior two pose again, bending the front knee. And you want those hips level here, facing the front of you. And for side angle, you're just going to bring that elbow to the knee and just start to lengthen that torso out towards, out in front of you. So trying to bring that left side of the chest up towards the ceiling. And you can just stay here, or you can reach that arm up and over the head, reaching towards the wall opposite you, trying to keep that knee above the ankle and the heel. And if you want to play around with this one, you can even bring that arm and just let it drop down, or maybe sweep it towards the belly. Take a little pressure off that knee with that elbow. And then just bring the arms back, warrior two. And we'll just straighten the legs, take a little pressure off there. If you want to try for the extended version, just bend that knee again. Remember the torso is facing out in front of you. Reach those arms out. And this time, instead of bringing the elbow to the knee, you're just going to bring that hand to the floor by the foot. Still sweeping that arm. So it's coming into this a lot deeper. You can always have a block under the hand. Feel that nice side stretch. And lots of energy from that back foot out through the fingertips. And just slowly come up. Straighten the leg. And we'll just step back to the front of the mat. All right, we'll do the other side. Left foot, toes facing out in front of you. Step that right foot back. Starting with straight legs, hips are square out in front of you. Bend that front leg. Knee over the heel, the ankle. Reach the arms out. This time that left hand's gonna come down. Reaching over the head. I guess we could start out with the elbow, sorry. I forgot, we did all that on one side. Elbow to the knee first. And you just keep that right hand on the hip. Just lengthening that torso out to the wall, opposite you. And then you can reach that arm over the head, sweeping it over. So you have a nice line of energy from that back foot through those fingertips. And if you want to, you can release that elbow and just bring that hand towards the belly. Get a little bit deeper into it. Come back up. Straighten the legs. And then we'll do the extended version, sorry. Bend that knee, warrior two here. And then this time you can bring that hand to the floor or to a block. Reaching that right arm over the head, reaching towards that wall. Feel that nice stretch on the right side of the body. Come back up, warrior two. And we'll step up to the front of the mat. All right. Close the eyes, hands are prayer position at the heart. Some deep breaths here. We'll flow and we'll come to seated for some forward folds. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, offer the heart up. Exhale, fold down. Step your way back to plank. Find your plank. Inhale. Exhale. Bring everything to the floor. Elbows tucked in. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back down. Come to plank or tabletop. And then up to down dog. Deep breath here. We're going to come in a child's pose. Wide knees, so knees rest on the floor at the edges of the mat, big toes touching. Behind you, start to drop the tailbone towards the feet as the belly comes towards the floor. You can rest the forehead on the floor or a block, or even fold the upper arms. Rest the head on those. And just let the body start to sink down, releasing any tension. Concentrating on the breath, nice deep breaths here. Slowly, we're going to come up to seated into staff pose. So the legs are out in front of you together. Toes are facing the ceiling. Find the front of the sit bones on the floor. Sitting nice and tall. Hands can rest by the sides. like an L shape. So you want to really sit as tall as you can. And you can always place a rolled up blanket under the tush or even roll up your mat, and that'll help the upper body to get into this posture. All right, we're going to come into a seated forward fold. So sitting tall, just place the hands on the thighs. Inhale, we're going to lengthen that torso up. And then on the exhale, we're going to just start to walk the hands out along the legs, trying to keep the back as straight as you can. So as you start to work the belly and the chest towards the legs, you start to feel that stretch in the hamstrings, feel it in the lower back. So just coming down just as far as where you feel the stretch. Nothing too intense. And if you feel like you're not coming down very far, that's okay. As long as you feel the stretch, that's what's important. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It doesn't matter if you get your face to your knees. Just getting that stretch is what's important. Listening to your body, being present in the moment. These last few breaths, if you want to start to kind of let the shoulders roll forward, bring the chin towards the chest, you'll notice the stretch comes into the upper back and the shoulders and the neck. All right, slowly walk the hands to come back up to staff. We'll do East stretch posture. So for this one, we're just going to bring the hands behind us about 10 inches or so, fingertips facing towards the feet. Fingers are spread, palms are flat to the floor. And you're just going to lift the chest towards the ceiling. So you're squeezing the shoulder blades together. If you want to come into the full pose, you're just going to bring the hips up, toes coming towards the floor. So it's like a reverse plank. Just make sure those shoulders are squeezed together, opening up the front of the chest. Don't forget to breathe. And slowly come down, back to staff. All right, we'll do head beyond the knee. So in staff, keep that right leg there. You're going to bend the left leg, bring that bottom of that left foot close to that right inner thigh. And you want this straight leg to come right out of the hip, straight in front of you. If you need to angle it out a little bit, just if that feels better, you can do that. Sitting tall. Inhale, we're going to reach the arms high, reaching the torso tall. And then exhale, keeping the upper body like a piece of wood, a flat piece of wood. Just start to bring the belly down, the chest down, and then just drop the arms wherever the hands want to reach. There's no need to get your nose to your knee if you can't. Just make sure you feel that stretch in the back of the leg. All right, slowly walk the hands back to sit tall. We're going to come back to staff. Just kind of adjust the body here. Left leg stays straight. We're going to bend the right leg, bringing the bottom of that foot to rest next to that left inner thigh. And remember, trying to keep that leg straight out of the hip, but if you need to bring it out at an angle, that feels better, go ahead. Just play around with it and see what feels good for the body. All right, sit nice and tall. Inhale, we're going to reach those arms up, reach the torso tall, and then on the exhale, keeping that back and arms in alignment here, drop the belly, drop the head and chest down, and just drop the arms. So a relatively flat back here. So you're really engaging the back of the leg, engaging the lower back, engaging the hip. Slowly walk the hands, come back up. From here, we'll come to a cross-legged position. All right, hands will be behind you, fingertips pointing out behind this time, still about 10 inches back from the body. And you're just going to reach the chest towards the ceiling again, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And wherever the neck feels good, if you want the chin towards the chest, if you want to drop it all the way back, or anywhere in between, whatever feels good. Deep breaths. And slowly come back up. Nice and straight and seated position. From here, we're going to go ahead and come onto our backs. Knees are bent on the floor, or feet are on the floor, knees are bent. Let everything adjust and settle to the floor. And just bring those legs up as straight as you can. You can flex the feet, point the toes. You need to roll the ankles here. And sometimes a rolled up blanket or even the mat underneath the tailbone here can help if this is uncomfortable. All right, bring the knees to the chest. We'll get a twist here. So just drop the arms out to the sides like a T, palms touching the floor. We're going to drop those knees down to the right side of the body. Trying to keep the left shoulder on the floor, but if it needs to pop up a little, that's okay. Just getting that twist in the torso. If you need to prop any blocks or books or blankets under that right knee, you can. Just let the body relax into the twist. Bring those knees back to center, back to the chest. Then we're going to drop them down to the left side of the body. Take your time. Trying to keep the right shoulder on the floor if you can. Just kind of let the body ease into the twist. Relaxing the jaw, relaxing the arms and the shoulders into the floor. Bring the knees back to center, back to the chest. Happy baby. So you're going to drop the knees out to either side of the body. And you can just leave the feet touching here in the middle and stay there. Or you can start to bring the bottoms of the feet towards the ceiling. So like an upside down squat position. You can grab the outsides of the thighs and kind of pull them towards the floor. Grab the calves or the outsides of the feet. And just kind of let those knees drop towards the floor as much as they want to. Bring the knees back to the chest. Now it's time for Shavasana, our final relaxation. So just drop the legs to the floor, feet falling open. And you can always leave the feet on the floor, wide on the mat. Just kind of let the knees fall in towards each other. That's a little less strain on the lower back. Make any adjustments you need to on the floor. Arms are by the sides, palms facing up. Wiggle the fingers and toes. And then tighten the legs. Tighten the tush and the abs. The hands, the arms, shoulders, the face. Nice and tight, lots of tension. And then slowly release all of that tension down towards the floor. Just let your body melt down. Close your eyes. Breathe through the nose, nice, smooth, even breaths, and relax. Notice where you might be holding tension in the body, the hips, the shoulders, lower back, the jaw. And just on every exhale, just release all that tension into the floor. Know that the floor is holding you up, supporting you, so you can just let it all relax. The mind starts to wander, starts to race. Bring the focus to the breath. Noticing each inhale as it fills up the belly, fills up the chest, presses the back into the floor. And then just focus on each exhale. As all of the air is released out of the body, everything can sink a little closer to the floor. And just notice the next inhale. Bring the focus to the breath. Bring awareness to the body. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Slowly bring the feet to the floor. Knees are bent. Bring the knees to the chest. Roll to your right side. Rest your head on your arm. Gently push up to seated, coming to a cross-legged position. Sitting tall, hands can rest on the knees, close your eyes. We'll breathe here. Bring the hands, prayer position, to the heart center. And just remember the intention we set to be present in the moment, to notice the body, the mind. And just try to take that thought with you through the rest of your day. Anytime you're getting stressed or anxious, just bring the focus to the breath and remember that you're in this present moment. You can decide if you're anxious or if you're calm. Last breath here. And you can open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. This will be on the page from now on, and it'll be on YouTube later today. So hope you all have a wonderful weekend and a good rest of your day.